around 1 o'clock. It was at 12. It was at 1 o'clock on the dot. Wow. It was at 1 o'clock on the dot, guys. 1 o'clock. So we had that high, and that moved to the upside right there. That was that Ace of Wands opportunity to close a long position or open up a short position. So I went ahead and opened up a short position and closed the long position there. So now I'm just short. And we had three pokes through the same price level. In this case, it wasn't a horizontal price level. It was more of it was a trend line. Well, actually, you could say three pokes right here. One, two, three. So three pokes through the same price level right there. And now we're below it. We'll call this sorrow. Right, and so now what we're doing is this sideways rotation. Three pokes through the same price level, a sharp drop off of the third poke. Usually you see more of a drop there, but it can't be like that every single time. Otherwise, the cards wouldn't be able to hold true. And then we have sideways rotation here. So within this period of sideways rotation, we should see a sharp drop. That's what I would expect. However, we are coming up now in very, very shortly on a move to the upside. So we might be a little behind on a sharp drop, or the sharp drop might not come, and we just have this move to the upside. I think we'll be bound by the upper end of a range, is my sense. So we'll probably see the highs again at the end of the day, this 424, 44-ish price level. And you could say that this is the Queen of Discs right here. Oops. I expect the drop before this big move to the upside, but we should be bound by the upper end of the range here. And so tomorrow we've got erratic behavior, and I think we probably revisit the highs from today first thing in the morning. What also is interesting is the 25th is when we start to see the cross-street incongruencies with the lowest low for the month, not the 24th, but the 25th, where we have the Princess of Discs. What do I mean by cross-street incongruency? On the one on the 1 year reading, the lowest low is this Princess of Discs. Princess of Discs. We also see abundance, which is kind of like a secondary lowest low indicator. Interesting. So that's the 25th, guys. Oops. And then you see it again on the 26th. And then the Ace of Discs on the 30th. Oh, Princess of Discs as well there on the 30th. And there's that sharp drop, guys. So this sharp drop right here is you could probably open up a long position for a day trade in the midst of this drop. I'd probably wait a little bit before I open up a long, but in the midst of this decline, what the heck? Where did my main screen go? Oh, there it is. Playing games with me here. So I would say open up a long. If you're doing a day trade, you could open up a long here, maybe a partial long, in case we go a little lower. I don't get why the secondary charts aren't don't have this. They don't have the same resolution. It's like, come on, man. The other thing is that we may very well open up. So sometimes a queen is an opportunity card, especially a queen of discs. Sometimes it's an opportunity because you're revisiting a past opportunity, right? So in the midst of that sideways rotation, a sharp drop that stands out in the sideways rotation, and then we're bound by a range in the last hour. There should be a pretty big move to the upside, like any minute here. But it'll be a failed attempt to break through resistance and then a decline through support. And then you go into the 24th, where we're in the midst of erratic behavior back and forth through the same price level here. We revisit a crest that was recently a past opportunity, and we have a high here. So it might be that we see the high again. Either that or we have a notable drop here overnight. Right, so we had this big move out of oversold territory here on Monday. That's the adjustment card, which is what gave me the sense we would open lower here, which we did, because we opened in oversold territory, and then we had this notable move higher. Huh. I wonder. Matter of fact. No, that was at 2. Yeah, I think we probably have a move to the upside here, guys. So be mindful of that. Hey, Tibraze. No, I don't think the low is in Tibraze. I think the low is on Wednesday. At first glance, I was saying 24th, but when I looked at the dailies, the cross-reading congruencies are over here on Wednesday. So tomorrow's kind of like up in the day. It may be lower, or we may revisit highs again. But I think the following day we'll go into lows, and then we have a lot of cross-reading congruencies into the end of the week and the end of the month for lows. So what are the legs on a broken wing fly? So I don't need to look it up. It was like, what is that? A vertical call spread and then like a put? Link in ARB. Man, that was some move in July. Wow. So, link. All right, so important resistance highlighted that we failed to break through many times today here on Monday. Tuesday, we have a halting of a bullish trend marked by a sharp decline through key support. Wednesday, we established support, big move higher, established support at a higher price level. Thursday, a crest that we sell off from down to and through support, and then we do a U-shaped reversal, come back and reuse that price level as support. And then on Friday, a lot of price change, an important price level there, and the type of price behavior in that price change on Friday, one could probably trade both directions in the market at one moment throughout the day. And ARB. All right, crest that we sell off from down to and through support, and then we do like a U-shaped reversal below that support level, come back and reuse it as support. That's today. An important resistance level highlighted and a lot of price change on Tuesday. Wednesday, a notable decline. It really stand out on a multi-day scale. Sideways rotation on Thursday that ends with a fast sudden move higher. And then a big move higher, pushing the upper end of a range higher on Friday. So that might be a good. It was like that might not be a bad idea. Okay. So if I don't see a turnaround here, like within like the next few minutes, I'm probably gonna bail from the call that I purchased. Because this could have been the failed attempt to break through key resistance and then a decline into key support, right? Because there's this move right here. Could have been that big move higher. I was expecting a bigger move. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We're also at the bottom end of RSI now, so this could be where we turn around and see a move higher. What do you have for expiration? It was luck. I would have an expiration out until like November 1st or November 3rd or something. And then tomorrow morning you might have possibility of making money on the calls like a little bit before a decline, or if it's not tomorrow then it'll be on Wednesday. Proof, did I look at the wrong link? Hey, Round Earth. You're welcome, Proof. All right, nice, good stuff. It was luck. So if we just continue going south, then I think really we'll probably revisit tomorrow the crest from here. Oh, the 20. Oh, wait, no, that's the 26. Interesting. So if you're just hopping on, guys, really the strategy is like we're still looking at both directions here. I was expecting a move higher, but I think that move higher was actually this right here. It became a failed attempt to break through resistance, and now we're in a decline. But with that said, we probably revisit the crest here at the beginning of the day tomorrow morning. I would get out of longs probably tomorrow morning. I'm getting out of those calls. Uh, no, I'm not. I'm staying in them. I'm not going to doubt it. Tomorrow I'll be able to get out of them, I'm pretty sure. Unless we see like a really big decline here at the end of the day, but I don't see a huge decline here at the end of the day. Well, matter of fact, the Magus card could be exactly that. There's an orange correlation. Interesting. Yeah, we're going lower. Oh, that's very reversal-esque right here. This pair of candlesticks could indicate a reversal. I said could. I think we're probably going lower here, guys. And that was the move higher that I was expecting. It's at the right time. It just wasn't as big of a move as I expected. And we're bound by the upper end of a range. Yikes. We didn't get a confirmation candlestick. That's what the yikes was about, so it doesn't look like it's a reversal. So will pump at the end of the month. Will it continue to go higher? Well, I would say it's technically the end of the month here. Even the 16th is the second half of the month. But will it go higher from here? Let's see. Yes or no? I think we go a little bit higher, but not much. Right. So right now I have puts and calls, and what I'm looking to do. Well, puts are in the money, calls are at the money. What I'm looking to do is tomorrow when we revisit a crest first thing in the morning, like in that first half hour, maybe 10:15 at the latest. After a notable move higher into a high, I would close that call. Whether or not the call ends up being profitable, I think I probably get out of it there. And then at the end of the day, if we're not lower at the end of the day, if we're higher at the end of the day, because it's a little difficult to determine, if we're higher at the end of the day, then I would open up more of a short position, like 2 to 3 o'clock in the midst of a fake out. You're welcome, Proof. Appreciate you, my man. December's most likely going to be lower than October. November, I think, will be a little bit. It'll be mixed. We'll see higher price levels, but it'll end up bearish, I think. What do you think, Hermes? Oh, I love you too. Thank you for the kisses. Hey, you're a good boy, you know. Yeah, we're definitely going lower, guys. I wouldn't expect us going higher from here. We're going lower based on that move. That's my sense. But I'm not getting rid of my long because I think I'll probably be able to get out of it first thing in the morning tomorrow. Microsoft and Google after the market tomorrow. What the heck? I thought I had more than that, but let's take a look. You want to go down, buddy? You don't want to go down? Okay. So they come out tomorrow after the bell, is that right? Yeah, so it looks like anticipation for Google makes it bullish leading into the close on the 24th, but then we probably open lower. We either open lower on the 25th or we open higher and then midday there's a big move to a trough at a like to a low at an important trough, one of the two. And earnings results for Google. The art card, that's pretty auspicious. Nothing there for earnings. I would say that's probably a meet. It's a meet or exceeds expectations. And then the other one was Microsoft. Oops. Earnings results for Microsoft after the bell tomorrow. Satiety card. So that my first sense, my notes probably say something along the lines of exceeds expectations, resulting in a sell-off. Let's see what my notes say. It doesn't say anything. Yeah, so I would say exceeds expectations, but it ends up being a sell-off. Huh, maybe we do have a little turnaround here. If we have a turnaround here, then we probably open much lower. If we don't have a turnaround here, then hard to say. But if we have a turnaround and we move to the upside here in the last 20 minutes, that might mean that we actually have like a notable gap overnight to the downside. So that call that I was holding, by the way, I closed out of it right there. And opened up a put. That was the Ace of Wands. Oops, sorry. Will Tesla hit 200 this week? Tesla's looking particularly tricky in the end of the month here. Does Tesla hit 200 this week? Yes or no? Looks like a yes. Wait, let me double check luxury card. I think it's a yes. A maybe. Interesting. That's why I checked. Looks like it comes close to 200, but not necessarily 200. It comes close to 200. Does it revisit the lows established today? Does it revisit the lows from today again sometime this week? We go lower. Looks like we probably revisit them tomorrow. Let me just double check that. Or we go lower tomorrow, it looks like. Probably end of day. If not tomorrow, the following day. I definitely think it'll impact the market, and it looks like we have some sort of peak, highest high, or a peak here. So we go from like lows to highs, or I don't know if it's a highest high. Seems pretty crazy to be a highest high, but there'll be like a peak in there on the 30th. You're welcome. Hey, Randy. I think in November you want to get out of space, Randy. It looks like mid-month. You probably want to get out of it mid-month, like the 17th to the 22nd, somewhere around there as far as SPCA. So it's almost the end of the month. It looks pretty bullish, actually. SPC. Yeah, so I'd say we're probably in this upward move. I just expected it to happen sooner. It ended up happening about 20 minutes later than I expected. But this should probably continue upward for the last 10 minutes or so. We've got what came out. So as far as November stuff or December readings, by tonight or tomorrow morning, we'll have probably all of the monthlies up on the site. So if you've got early access to the site, you'll be able to see the public versions of those. If you've got the subscription to any of those or the all paid, you'll be able to see the full version of all of those as early as tomorrow morning. And again, guys, we did a morning session today. Morning sessions probably starting next week. They're gonna be for members only. The way that you get into that is the premium supporter right here will get you access to uh, any of the morning sessions starting next week. And really, what you're getting is like basically it's similar to a Zoom meeting, which costs like $249 minimum, and you're getting it every day for $150 for the month, so it's a pretty sick deal, guys. Are we gonna turn around again here and make me look silly? It's possible. I think we are. You're welcome. It was luck. Yeah. November's looking pretty bullish for it, but I would get out in November. It's pretty much done. I'm not going to be covering SPC past December. I'm determining what ticker I'm going to replace it with. It'll either be like Microsoft or Nvidia, or if there's one that you guys are interested in, maybe let me know. Maybe it'll be that. Tomorrow I might regret putting on that long position based on what's transpiring here. It's starting to feel more and more like a pretty big drop overnight, but I'm going to leave it on just in case because doubt. The only thing doubt really does is cause losses, and I'm still heavy on the short end. I have more puts than I do calls by far. Hey Conrad, how you doing, my man? The Tesla gap. See that right there, that full card? That's that gap down. That's what that is. And you're asking if we fill 280 to 290 gap. Unlikely. It doesn't look likely that we fill that gap. Let me see. Does the 280, 290 gap get filled in 2023? Wow, I got a yes. And that's a pretty definitive card for the question. The adjustment card, it's like the adjustment card is the type of move that fills a gap, like a previous gap down. All right, Conrad. Thanks for stopping by, my man. Yeah, I think we're probably going lower. Like, I mean, tomorrow morning. Sometimes I'm seeing sometimes the pleasure card is a revisiting of a trough that was a recent past opportunity. I'm finding it's not just crests, but sometimes troughs too. Thank you for the hearts, my friends. With that said, guys, I'm going to roll. Time for me to take Hermes to the dog park. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. The universe is counting on you. The channel's counting on you. Your own karma is counting on you, my friends. So make sure to follow through. You know where to go. You know what to do. Blessings to all my angel investors. I'll see you guys on